Hello! We're live! Hey nerds, what's up? Hello. I am just going to wait a few minutes and get set up. Jessica's here waiting. Hi, Jessica. I'm excited that you need to chill also. And also, do you have an Instagram where you'll post pictures of your planner? Because, well, is it a bullet journal or a planner? Because I want to be able to look if you have somewhere to share that. So I wanted to show off everything that I have that I plan to utilize in this live show. I don't know if I'll use it all, but I have so many things surrounding me right now. So basically I'm starting off with a drink. So I have a gin and pink lemonade. It's like Crystal Light pink lemonade. And then as far as snacks goes, I don't know if I'll have snacks on here because, like, I don't know how much you guys want to hear me crunch on things, but I have my standard hot Cheetos as well as some salsa con queso. This is my favorite snack, in case you were curious. So let me know what you guys are snacking or drinking. And then I also brought out some face mask stuff that I plan to do tonight. Definitely will do this first. So makeup wipes to get all of the makeup off my face. And then I have this one, but I'm going to do, oh, this is actually not the one I wanted, but I'm going to do this mask first. This is the Arbonne Detox face mask. And then I'm going to spray. And then I meant to grab the other face mask, but whatever. I'll do this one. That's fine. Lots of clarifying stuff, and then I'll need to moisturize after. And I also brought some fun coloring books. I have 3. I don't know which one I'll use today. I have the Throne of Glass coloring book, which I haven't really used that much, but it's pretty cool. It has like quotes, and then it has photos to color. And I've only done the Nehemia page. Oh, no, I've done a couple. But this is the Nehemia page that I did. And then I did a dragon one. I haven't finished this one. I really like the type of coloring books that have, like, big spaces of just things to color rather than pictures. So that's why I haven't utilized this one much. But, yeah. Let me know what you guys are drinking. What have you guys been doing for self-care? I also have a UGG. I think I got this one for Christmas. I haven't used this one either. But it's like mandalas, and then it has like, it has pretty negative things in the center, honestly. Well, I like this one. Life is short, smile while you still have teeth. I want to be the reason you look down at your phone and smile, then walk into a pole. Sometimes I laugh so hard the tears roll down my legs. I found your nose. It was in my business again. So that's a pretty fun one. I might do one of those. But this one's really my favorite. It's a set of coloring pages that all have a big cuss word in the center. Yeah, so I feel like I will likely do one of these. I like the wanker one. They're just fun. Dickhead, dickweed, ass clown, all that fun stuff. So, yeah, that's kind of what I have spread out for me. I think I'm going to start with taking my makeup off. But I don't know how long this will go for. It might not go for very long, but I wanted to just kind of hang out, check in with you guys. How are you doing? You know, we're all living through this crazy, insane time. And I mean, yeah, it's pretty fucking wild. I personally am still working. I'm an essential worker. And so I don't have like extra time on my hands than I normally do because of all this going on. but a lot of my self-care stuff has been, it's basically been changed. I've had to learn like how to manipulate what I normally do so that I can still get like the similar stuff. So like what in your like self-care routine has been like discontinued? For me, the big one is the gym. I was working out 5 days a week, going to the gym and doing weightlifting, and I don't own any weights or anything. So now I'm working out at home. So not only is like the routine of it different, but then on top of that, the like actual equipment that I have access to is very, very different. Ooh, I'm gonna have to go check out your channel, Jessica, because I would love to see the pretty planners. I use a planner, and I do habit track some things, but I used a bullet journal last year, but I'm just too lazy to like make it pretty every month. I think I use it, I'm way more utilitarian about it than that. So I can't be bothered to like make it gorgeous every month. And I like don't really know what to do for the like yearly portion stuff. Like, how do I know how many pages I'm going to need? I don't. That's the thing. So that's fun. Okay, so this is Arbonne's Rescue and Renew face detox face mask. All of the stuff that I'm doing for skincare tonight is all really clarifying because I'm breaking out really crazy down here. Yeah, so I was talking about my work and the fact that I'm an essential worker, which has been really weird because, I mean, I guess it's not weird. I'm like happy that I'm still working because, and I'm happy I'm still going into work because I feel like it's really good for me to have that similar routine. I'm the type of person that like needs to be busy all the time. It's probably not necessarily a good thing. I don't even know why I have these on. Hello? I'm not talking to anyone. Yeah, but not in person. So yeah, I feel like overall going into work every day is like a good thing for me, for my mental health. I'm not really like that anxious when it comes to the idea of getting coronavirus. That doesn't really, for some reason, that doesn't freak me out, which I really honestly am surprised by that because one of my biggest fears is like pandemics. Haha, we're in one. But with that said, I guess I've always expected it to be like way worse than this, like deadliness wise. So yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I think it's good that I'm going to work, but it is weird, especially being somebody who's like very into being on the internet, I guess, because most people that at least I follow on Twitter or like on social media and stuff, a lot of people are talking about how much time they have on their hands, and either they're like learning new things and spending time doing art and all of those fun activities, or they're like, oh, I'm sleeping a lot and don't know what to do or whatever. Like it's depends and changes based on the person, but I feel like a lot of people in my social circles, especially online, are all spending a lot of free time doing things they want to do. And I don't have a lot, if any, extra free time than normal right now. My school did go online. That's been really weird because I'm in my last semester of my interpreting program. I'm studying to be a sign language interpreter. And like suddenly my class is online, and it's stressful, and like half my class basically dropped, and we were already a small class to begin with. So that's been really weird. But overall, I don't have a lot of time extra than usual. So it's like I feel like I'm not missing out, that's the wrong word, but I feel like I should be doing way more than I am. But like the fact of the matter is that I'm still working. So it's really, this whole thing is really weird for me. And I would love to know, like, how has this experience been for you guys watching? Like, are you guys working from home? Are you guys essential workers? Are you guys unemployed right now because of what's going on? I'm still working as well, so I get that life isn't much different for us at the moment. Yeah, it's weird. Does it feel weird to you, Jessica, that like everyone around me, I feel like has, well, not everyone, but like everyone around me has either more time on their hands or like they're struggling with just something different than what I'm struggling with, I guess. Because like overall my day-to-day life has not changed, except that I need to remember to have a mask in my car so that if I go to the grocery store, I have something so that I can actually go inside of it. Natalie, you're still working too. That's cool. So what do you guys do for work? I'm curious. I am a mental health provider, essentially. I work in a mental health treatment center, and before all of this started, I had just been promoted, and hi Brittany. I was just promoted right before this all happened. I was promoted in February, and so I went from being a direct care person, which means that I was like with the kids all the time, basically getting them from their day-to-day stuff. I was basically a glorified babysitter in the mental health treatment center. And then I had just been promoted, so now I've been working with the alumni, the kids who were in treatment before and who are not anymore, and just offering them an extra form of support, especially during the transition home, because that can be a really hard part. So that's what I was doing before all this started. And then with everything going on right now, I've been transitioned into kind of like half and half. So I'm working my new job 2 days a week and my old job 3 days a week. And I'm still getting like paid and the benefits and all that of my promotion, but I'm now doing the work of my old job 3 days a week. So it's just really it's really weird and it's crazy. Medical billing at a healthcare facility. Dang, so Natalie and Jessica, are you both going into work with these jobs, or are you like able to work from home? And like, I'm curious too if you guys want to share, you don't have to, because this is a pretty personal part, but like when all this was going on, like at the start, when everyone was being like transitioned to either work from home or being laid off and all of that stuff, like, were you guys worried that your job was going to get like laid off, or were you like wanting to work from home but being told no, or how did that go? Because I'm curious like to know other people's experiences in this too, especially those of us who are still working. Okay, Natalie's still working in the office. So like it's just wild. I don't know. Like I said, I go back and forth on like if I even am that upset about the fact that I'm still going to work, because I really do think it's really good for me. But then at the end of the day, I also feel like sometimes if we're talking about like the greater good or like societally, am I being a good part of society? Like, I feel like I could do, I don't know, better, I guess. I don't know. Because like, I don't know, it's really hard to like social distance at my work because we are working with these kids, and also just like the way our facilities are set up, it's like it's not easy to actually practice 6 feet apart when you've got 6 kids and 3 to 7 staff at any given moment. I guess even more than that if you count like really everyone who works there. Yeah, it's just weird. I don't know. Family business. Oh, wow. And you said an office manager at a plumbing service company. Plenty of us for it. Okay, that's cool. I'm glad that you guys are busy. So it's interesting. The reason that I got all excited was because I live in an apartment complex, and our apartment complex has like facility managers. So people who work like they come in for maintenance and stuff. And our company, our apartment complex has maintained that unless it's an emergency, these maintenance people aren't going to come in. So they're not going to come in unless it's like really honestly something we can't wait for. Like, I don't even know what an example is, and we haven't had anything come up, but what is your business doing as far as that goes? Are they answering every call? Are they like requiring for nobody to be home when the plumbing service comes in, or is there anything like that? It's also interesting like how every business is reacting to this. And I didn't say this before, but I live in Southern California, very close to LA, but I work in the Orange County area. In case you're curious as far as like that goes. But yeah, as far as like, what are you guys doing for self-care? Like, how are you guys managing your stress? Have you been more stressed? For me, I was so anxious, especially when this like really first started, like when they first started closing things. I think the big one that really hit me the hardest was when they closed down the gyms. When they closed the gyms, I think I had not a mental breakdown like for realsies, but like I just was so distraught that day because I was like, that was the one thing that I thought I was going to get to keep. So like to deal with some of my anxiety. So one thing that was happening every day, like when all of this started for me, was I was getting close to a panic attack every single day in the afternoon. So I was still at work. And I had to stop and like do a meditation in the middle of my workday in order to like calm down and be able to go back to work. And so because of all of that, I ended up giving up coffee because I definitely do know that for me, at least, the caffeine does affect my anxiety. And it's been okay like for the last year or so. So I have been drinking coffee, but I decided to give it up, so I've been drinking tea instead, and that's been working really well. I still get a little bit of caffeine. I still have my warm drink in the morning, but I don't drink coffee. I actually did have coffee today, though, but it was decaf because one of my superiors bought us coffees from True Brew. I think that's what it's called, and it was delicious. Fairly small town. That's awesome. Yeah, that's also interesting. Like I didn't even think about the way that different counties or states might be reacting based on how many cases they have. For us, I feel like because I live in LA County, the whole state and the whole county in particular has been very, very strict just because, well, Orange County had one of the highest numbers of cases in California, which is where I work. And then LA is just such a huge county in general. I think they were preparing for the worst. Although I've been reading that California, the rates in which California is getting cases is far less than what they were anticipating. And so they have a theory that we actually had coronavirus or COVID-19 come around in the fall from like visitors, and we actually have a herd immunity, which is wild. They haven't been able to test that theory yet, but really curious. That is so useful. I'm like so disappointed in myself that I haven't bitten the bullet to go to therapy yet. I'm really not against, but like for myself, I really don't want to be on any medication if I can help it. So I like would really like to actually try talk therapy, but I haven't been to talk therapy since I was a little kid. And I keep going for it and then saying no because of the price. And even now, that's the same reason that I haven't done it yet. So I know that like you can't put a price on mental health or health in general, but also like my bank account says otherwise. Yeah, that is so weird. So our work is not requiring masks right now. We are welcome to wear them if we so choose, but actually most of the employees at my work are not wearing them because it's interfering with the way we interact with the kids who are there and like the way that they're responding. So a lot of us are choosing not to wear them. Which like, again, I don't know if I like or don't like. I'm bringing one every day, but I basically don't wear it. I wear it for the first like, I don't know, 15 minutes and then I take it off because I like can't do my normal interactions with them, which is just like exactly what the job is. I don't know. It's really hard. And then we are taking our temperatures right when we walk in. I don't remember if I said that. But yeah, it's weird. As far as like what I've been doing at home other than working out. So working out, I mean, I could talk about that for a second. I turned into a home gym rat instead of a regular gym rat, which is pretty fine. I'm obsessed with, I don't know how to say her last name, but her name is Mari. And if you look up Mari Fitness, then her YouTube channel will pop up. She's like a fitness and lifestyle person on YouTube, and she owns a supplement company. So I use her protein powder, and I'm trying her greens powder, but it hasn't come yet. And then she also has like workout bands and workout guides, and she has gym ones and home ones. And she has put all of her home guides on sale from I think they were like $40 and now they're only $10, and she's maintaining that sale until the end of coronavirus, until the end of the quarantine. So she's awesome, and I just really like her. Like, not only do I like her products, but I really like her as far as, I mean, I don't know her personally, but as far as like the way she runs her business and stuff, I just really think that she's a good person. So anyway, I've been doing her home guide, and I borrowed weights from my work actually because I couldn't find any that weren't like ridiculously overpriced. So I've been doing that, and then I've been doing a lot of skincare, as I'm doing right here on this live show. Lots of skincare, which is good. Like, I mean, my skin needed it anyway, but also it's definitely like calming to like go through this routine. I'm such a routine person. Did I say that already? Like, I have to be busy 24/7. And this is not letting me be busy 24/7. So going through like any sort of small routine is good for me, I think. And then what else? Me and my husband, Matt, have been going on walks lately, which is nice because usually we have like a standing date night on Fridays. And we'll go out and like actually leave the house and go on a date because we also have a roommate, which is my brother-in-law. And so we haven't been able to like do that. So we just started going on walks, which is just like nice and a little, sunshine and just like a little bit of a time to like have a conversation with my husband without my roommate. Not that like we're secrets, but like still, I only married one of them, What else have I been doing? I have been doing a standing virtual date night with my best friend Bailey, who she and I run the Girls Who Gab podcast, which is up on YouTube and on everything else. And so we've been doing a movie night with the two of us and my other really good friend Sierra. Sierra used to do YouTube, but she doesn't do it anymore. And so we've been watching like shitty Disney movies. No, that's not true. We've been watching really nostalgic Disney movies though. We watched Camp Rock, and then we watched the Hannah Montana movie, and I think we're gonna watch High School Musical this week. So we've been doing that, and my family's been doing something very similar on Saturdays. Not watching movies, but just a virtual like hangout, which is so funny. I was thinking about this the other day, and we were actually just talking about it. Is like I'm seeing my best friend Bailey, we used to have like a standing weekly hangout anyways, but like Sierra lives 3 hours away, so I don't see her regularly, and half my family that's on the Zoom that we do every week now also lives 4 hours away, so I'm like seeing them more now than I would be if this hadn't happened. So like there are definitely positives that are coming out of this situation. I definitely found a little bit more of this mask on my face. Yeah. Are you guys doing anything like that, like virtual stuff to hang out with people? I mean, I don't know when the last time was that I really felt like doing a live show, but here I am because I just want some human interaction. That is definitely understandable and like 100% valid. I think medication can be so, so important. And I don't mean to like knock it by any means. I just hope for myself I don't want it if I don't have to. But I'm the same way even about like ibuprofen. Like I try to get through migraines without taking medication, and inevitably I have to take medication. But like every time I'm getting one, I'm like, I really hope I don't have to take any medication today. Like, no, that's not gonna happen. So there's something like in my mind that maybe definitely is a little bit irrational about it. This is the Rescue and Renew Mist, Detox All Over Mist from Arbonne as well. This is a set that comes together. Trying to see like what the ingredients are, but actually it doesn't say on this. I think it says it on the other, like on the container that I don't have anymore. That's cute. I love that. I love that. We actually, speaking of my family, so like I'm the oldest of like my generation. So like we've got my grandma and then we've got my aunt and my mom. And then of my like generation of the family, I'm the oldest by a long shot. And then I've got a 12-year-old brother, a 17-year-old brother, a 12-year-old cousin, and a 10-year-old cousin. And those are all the cousins. So the last time we did it, we put all of us on and all of the kids just were playing video games, and we had to keep muting them because they kept playing and yelling, and then they would want to talk and then they wouldn't mute themselves again. So then they'd start yelling again. It was, we should have put them in like a breakout room because we were on Zoom and you can do that. And I did not know that. I love that though. I'm so glad. I was also saying this the other day. Like, I am so grateful that this quarantine happened now and not 10 years ago, not even 5 years ago. Like, we have so much. I'm just very grateful for technology in this situation, because I think without the technology we had, I think I'm already worried about like the mental health effects that this is going to have on so many people, with the isolation, with depression, suicidal ideation, the concerns about like the disease itself, with anxiety and OCD and agoraphobia. There's like so many things that are going to come out of this that I'm really worried about. I mean, obviously I don't know for sure, but I just have a feeling will come out of this. And I'm just really grateful that we do have technology, because I feel like it is mitigating it at least somewhat. I hope. I don't know. I mean, who knows? I really am using this quote a lot to like calm myself down of, we'll never know if we overreacted. We'll only know if we underreacted. And so I'm like freaked out about the economy and stuff, because like nobody can work right now. There's so many people who have lost their jobs. The amount of people who have filed for unemployment is just staggering. There are more people who have filed for unemployment in the last month than there were in the Great Depression. That's insane. And so like, yeah, I'm concerned, but like I have to keep reminding myself that even though that is important, I also know that this is important. Like this staying at home thing and having the restaurants be closed and having, all of this stuff is also important. And I'm like having to remind myself of that a lot, because stressed. Are you guys doing any face masks or anything with me? Drinking. I'm having a gin and Crystal Light lemonade with my face mask tonight. So, are you guys doing anything for self-care tonight? Or did you do something today for self-care? Right now on Instagram, I'm trying to post every day. It's not always happening, but I'm posting a lot about what I'm doing for self-care every day. So sometimes it's going on a walk, sometimes it's working out, making a meal, trying a new recipe. Have you guys tried any good recipes, specifically with chicken? Because I eat a lot of chicken. We eat a lot of chicken and Spanish rice in our house, but that doesn't mean I'm not open for suggestions. Although the less ingredients, minimal ingredients is best for me, personally. So if you guys have any recipes that I should try, I would love to hear them. This mask is great. It's the Anti-Stress Dead Sea Minerals Clay Mask. This is also good for getting rid of acne. Like I was saying earlier, I'm having a huge breakout this week. I don't know why, because it's like acting like a period breakout, but my period is not due for another 2 weeks, so what are you doing? And I am on birth control, so it's not pregnancy, promise you that. Man, it's crazy shit out there. The world is wild. Do you guys have any like questions or topics that you guys want to talk about? Let me know. But have you guys been watching any good shows? Matt and I have been watching The Old Penny Dreadful. We're finishing season 3, which we're behind, but the new season comes out. It's set in the 40s instead of the 1910s. So I'd love to know that. I also definitely watched Tiger King. Sticker therapy. Nice. Yeah, I do love stickers, but like I was saying earlier, I just don't have the patience to make the planner for me. I just want to use the planner. Okay, fun. I do have some face sheet masks, and I do like them, but I feel like when I use them, I have to like sit still because they'll fall off, and I can't move because it'll just get in my way. But I do use those too. I actually just used a really good one. I'll have to go look at the brand. I don't know it off the top of my head. Marvelous Miss Maisel. Okay, that's the one. That's the one where she's like, it's like set in the 50s, and her husband like leaves her or something, and then she goes and is a comedian. I think. Am I right? And I really want to watch that one, but I have not tried it yet. I also did try Big Little Lies. I watched one episode. I definitely could continue, but I haven't had the itch just yet. I've also been like rewatching a lot of stuff. Like I was saying, my friends and I are watching like old Disney movies together, but then I also have been binging Private Practice for like I don't even know how many times. And I've also watched Burlesque, and we watched some Disney movies the other night. Me and Matt and David did. So I'm just watching a lot of old things that I've already seen too. Okay, that makes sense. I have heard of the Happy Planner. I think Allie from Hardback Hoarder talks about the Happy Planner. Maybe I'm wrong, but I have heard of that one. And I'm using this planner right now, which again, for me being a utilitarian when it comes to planners, I definitely like it. It's this one from Amazon, 2020. Dang, I can't read the it's like going away, which kind of sucks. I mean, I paid enough for this planner that I wish it wasn't like being destroyed. But it has some pretty cool stuff in here. So it has like the month look, and then week by week. And then if you go to the back, it has a budget for each month, income and outings, and it has a like notes page for each month that are 2 pages long. It has an address section. It has shopping lists that are perforated, so like at thirds you could perforate this and take it out. There's like a Christmas budget section in here, and then it also did come with some stickers, but utilitarian, I never used the stickers. Whoops. They're cute. I bought it for the stickers, but have I used any of the stickers? No, I have not. Oh, I guess I should also ask the question of who's reading anything? What are you reading? Are you guys struggling with reading like I am? Because I'm struggling with reading. It's really bad. I've come to the conclusion that the reason I'm struggling with reading and watching shows is because I'm so stressed that I can't focus. And because I can't focus, I don't want to watch or read anything new. I only want to watch old things that I've already watched and know that I love. And because of that, I also haven't been reading because I feel guilty when I reread things because I should be reading other things. So for example, it's the OWLs right now. I have so many things that are on my TBR. I've read 2 things this month, which is exactly how many things I read last month. But we're only, well, now it's the 22nd. So we're more than halfway through the month. But I am like 25% into Winter, which I've never read before. And I'm loving it. That's from the Cinder series by Marissa Meyer. And then I'm also reading Sparrow by Mary Cecilia Jackson. I got that on NetGalley and it already came out. Whoops. Do I like it? I don't know. Am I obsessed with finishing it? Yes. So that this book, Sparrow, is like super big, huge, ginormous trigger warning for abuse, specifically like relationship abuse. So it's graphic and intense, and it pretty much starts right from the start, which is why I don't feel bad for spoiling you on this live show. But basically this book, I don't know if I like it, and I'm not going to tell you exactly why. There's like something that goes on as far as writing style that really surprised me. So now I'm like, well, I need to finish it. But I like don't know if I like the writing style. And I keep accidentally comparing it to, what's that book called? Bad Romance by Heather Demetrios, which was phenomenal. One of my favorite books of the year so far. And it's also about abuse and about a relationship in high school that is abusive. And I think Heather Demetrios did it so well. Obviously, it's still a huge trigger warning. And if that's not something you can read about, then don't read it. But like, it was so well done in the telling of the explanation of how you get to that point in that relationship. Like how somebody feels like they should stay. I feel like she wrote that so well. And this book, I'm not feeling that. And I feel like it's trying, but it's not there yet. And I think it's trying to do, I think what it is trying to do something different. And I don't know yet if it's stuck in the shock value section of the book. Like if it's stuck on that. Because if it's just about shock value, then I don't want to read it. But it is making me read, so I don't know. These Witches Don't Burn. I've heard really good things about that one. Really good things. Is that one poetry? I feel like it is. Credence by Penelope Douglas. I'm gonna have to open up Goodreads here. Hold on. Credence. If it'll load. Penelope Douglas. Credence by Penelope Douglas. Tiernan DeHaas doesn't care about anything anymore. The only child of a film producer and his starlet wife, she grows up with wealth and privilege, but not love or guidance. Shipped off to boarding schools from an early age, it was still impossible to escape in the loneliness and carve out a life of her own. The shadow of her parents' fame followed her everywhere. This sounds interesting. New adult and contemporary. I love that. I love the new adult. Oh, cute! How old is your son, Natalie? I would love to know. I have been reading this series for the last, over the last year. I actually just popped up on Time Hop that I was reading the first one a year ago. So that's pretty fun that I'm now reading the fourth and final book. Although I do think I will read the short stories, not the short stories, but the prequel about the Queen, Lavanna. Don't remember the name of the book. But cool. Oh, he's 9. Cute. Little. How is he doing with school from home? How are you doing with school from home? Are you okay? Do you need a drink? I hope everything is going well. Not poetry. Oh, I think I am thinking of Amanda Lovelace. Yeah, you're right. Or Lovelace, however you say her name. You're right. That is who I'm thinking of. Okay, I'm going to have to go look that one. These Witches Don't Burn. Isabel Sterling. Oh, it's a series. This coven won't break. Okay. Hannah's a witch, but not the kind you're thinking of. She's the real deal, an elemental with the power to control fire, earth, water, and air. But even though she lives in Salem, Massachusetts, her magic is a secret she has to keep to herself. If she's ever caught using it in front of a reg, she could lose it for good. This sounds cute, and I like the cover a lot. Okay, I'll put it on my to-read list. I'm not picky when it comes to my to-read list. Okay, I am obsessed with it, and I spent so much time thinking I won't like this. And I did try to read Cinder a couple times, but you know what did it for me? I listened to the audiobooks. That's what did it for me, because I love what's the author? The narrator's name. I know her name. Dang it, I don't know it well enough off the top of my head, but she is amazing. She does all of Marissa Meyer's stories. She is what made Heartless good, because honestly, I thought that book was boring. And I'm so glad I finally found the audiobook for it, because it is so good. Yes, Rebecca Soler. Yes, you're right. That is exactly who I'm thinking of. Thank you. I know her name. I almost said Rebecca, but I couldn't think of her last name. Oh, sad Natalie. Yes. So my brothers, like I was saying earlier, so I have 3 brothers who are still in school, but I have divorced parents, so not all of them are related. But I've got an 18-year-old brother and a 17-year-old brother who are both seniors. And the 18-year-old is totally disappointed that he's losing out on all of the things, graduation, prom. He had his first girlfriend this year, so he was so disappointed to not be able to go to prom with her, and all of the senior activities. He's so disappointed. My other brother is 17 and a senior, and he couldn't care less. He's that's his exact thought process, because he likes to game and he likes to hang out with his friends online. He doesn't really hang out with his friends in person. And so he's not affected at all. And he's I didn't really want to do any of those things. I was just going to do it because you wanted me to do it. And then I have a 12-year-old brother. So he's in 6th or 7th grade. Can't remember which. And he's missing his friends for sure. He is going a little stir crazy. Definitely. So yeah, I feel that, Natalie. I don't live with any of them though. So wine is my best friend for a whole different reason. Seriously, I love Rebecca Soler. She is phenomenal. January Lavoie is another one that's amazing. She does the Diviners series, and I seriously think she made that book. Obviously, Libba Bray's writing is so great, but I really think that January Lavoie just ups the ante, and so does Rebecca Soler. So
freaking good. You know who else is really great is the dude who does the male voice in Renegades. So it's Rebecca Soler and somebody, and I can't remember who, but both of them are phenomenal and also love Renegades. So, so good. What are some other books that you guys have been loving recently? Can you guys give me some recommendations, because I'm dying here with my stupid book slump. I would love to know some good books. What are some books that I would recommend while I'm waiting for you guys? Some books that I would recommend. I don't think this is wet enough to take this mask off. Oh, okay, I found some good wet spot. I absolutely love, well, I was already talking about Bad Romance. I really enjoyed, well, if we want to go to like backlist titles, I really, really love Girl Made of Stars and Summer of Salt. I also relatively recently read Last True Poets of the Sea, and I thought it was good, although I did not think it was as good as Summer of Salt. One of the indie books that I read for review last year, maybe even 2 years ago, was Seas of Snow by Karenza Jennings. It's a murder mystery. It is so good. It also has a huge trigger warning for abuse. Apparently, I have a type. So good. I think somebody told me this, and then I forgot which one to read first, and whoopsies. Maybe I'll stop. Because I'm listening to it on Hoopla, so like even if I run out of time, I'll just be able to get it again. I don't listen to enough audiobooks right now, especially, to like need more than they offer me as far as time goes. So I could do that. Ooh, romances. Penny Reed. Okay, I'll have to look her up. I am like really picky about adult romances. I don't know what it is, but like I need them to be super, like, I need not angst, but what's the word I'm looking for? I need somebody to be like rude. Like the Unhoneymooners, like I need a hate to love. I can't do any other kind. I can't do like, oh, what totally I just cannot handle, which is why I think I've realized I don't really like smutty books. I tried to read, well, I did read. I read it. I read The King of Bourbon Street. I can't remember, by something LaSalle. Chelsea from Chelsea Darling Reads recommended it. And I read it, and like I just can't do it. I don't like it. I don't fuck with that. I need more snark. That's a good word. I need more snark than that. Yes. Yes. I've been thinking about that book so much lately. I love it. I need to read it again. I need to reread something, I think, is the problem. The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo was so freaking good. I like don't even understand how Taylor Jenkins Reid did it. And I've read now more of her books. I don't remember which ones I've read off the top of my head, but I have read a few more now, and none of them are as good as The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. Some of them are still good, but like I don't know how she managed to write such, like it's like cinematic how beautiful it's just imagined in my head. The way she wrote it, I imagine all of the 1940s era starlit Hollywood and die crying because it's amazing. So freaking good. Yeah, Seas of Snow is really good. I need to what did I just read that I really, really loved? I need to go to my bookshelf. Why can't I remember any titles? Okay, well, if you're looking for a self-help book, like nonfiction and whatever, I highly, 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 highly recommend Big Magic by Elizabeth Gilbert. Because, oh boy, that book is so phenomenal. That book, so Elizabeth Gilbert basically talks about, she talks about how everyone has something creative in them. Everyone has a creative side, but so many people are afraid or embarrassed or worried what people will think or whatever, and then they don't show they're creative. And so she's basically, the whole book is about getting over it and getting through it and being able to be who you are and finding your big magic. And it's so good. I absolutely loved it. So if you're looking for a book like that, I highly recommend that one. And then the book that I just read something that I absolutely loved. What was it? Oh, I read A Heart and a Body in the World. Hello. So freaking good. A Heart and a Body in a World is about a girl who something has happened. Some sort of trauma has occurred before the book starts, and you don't know what it is until much later in the book. And because of this trauma, she is also she's a runner, not actually a cross country runner, but she's a long distance runner. And so she's triggered by something early on in the book, and she runs for like 15 miles away from her home. And then the next day after she's done this, she decides she's just going to run across the country. And it's about her journey across the country, and her cute Italian grandpa follows her in an RV so that she's like safe, and it's the cutest relationship as far as they go, and it's hard and it's so good. If you want to know the triggers, then you can look at my Goodreads post review, because I do have a section at the very bottom of trigger warnings, because I don't want to spoil what it is that happened unless you want to be spoiled. But it is so good. So good. I absolutely loved it. Ooh, You Deserve Each Other by Sarah Hogue. Okay, I'm going to have to look it up. You Deserve Each Other. Sarah Hogue. Oh, I think I've seen this cover, probably from Chelsea. Because, yeah, I feel like that is who I saw it from. Cool. Thank you. All right. I think I'm going to wrap this up in the next few minutes. I hope you guys enjoyed a little face mask time, as I still have some face masks on me, and talking about like our experiences with this whole stay home thing and the quarantine and being essential workers. I'm very happy to hear like your guys' experience being somebody who's going into work too, because I've felt pretty alone, like with being an essential worker essentially. Like obviously all of my coworkers are also essential workers, but I don't know, it's been a weird time. So thank you for sharing your experiences. And I'm glad to hear like that we're all just getting through it. So thank you. Oh, that makes total sense. Yeah, of course, Chelsea. I'm pretty sure it was in her like ARC shelf tour or something, because yeah, I definitely remember that. Yes, I definitely needed it as well. So I don't know if you guys heard that motorcycle, but that's my apartment. Yeah, so thank you guys for hanging out with me. I really liked this. I had a lot of fun. I might do it again later. I'm definitely not going to do it every week, but I did enjoy. So it was really fun. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. Happy Wednesday. And I'll talk to you guys very soon with other videos and whatnot. So I'll see you guys later. Bye. Have a good night.